music down, but he's done it now. It's all fine. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Drifting. Stall for a second while I check the episode number. Episode number 16. Wow, 16, huh? So.
I'm on the wrong profile.
Wait, you're on the wrong, like, camera? No, you're right. I did the cameras before we started the show.
Voice profile. I'm good now.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Hello?
It won't move, Shapey.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. There, how's that?
Yeah, you need some elevator music when you do this.
Wait, you need to go further? You do need to go further. You're right. I'm wrong.
There we go. No! Shapey!
No, other side?
That way!
No, you're fine on that side. It's fine.
No, it looks good.
Listen.
Oh, the top! Sheepy, the top!
The top?
Ah!
Wait. Oh God, no!
Oh no.
Safi, where have you gone?
Panic!
Where have you gone, Safi?
Panic! Everyone panic!
Oh God.
It's alright, I found you. Okay.
It's literally easier for me to move in my room than to deal with this bullshit.
Okay.
There we go.
There you go. Is that good?
This is why I have something like 19 different buttons and 48 different actions dedicated to Wondercast, and I understand the pain, and I'm so sorry for you, Sheepy. It's pain.
Well, I had to adjust the cameras this week because Tash is here. Hey, Tash.
Hi. What am I doing here? It's a mystery.
Where did you come from?
I'm very excited.
We decided we can have guests on the show because we don't ever roll. My fault. Therefore, we don't need a dice window box. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So basically, we can't fail at anything today. Awesome!
Yay!
Sheepy, I would like to take over the universe.
You do.
No rolls. I do it.
Hooray!
Now everything's your fault. Would you like to know what's wrong with the universe?
Oh shit. Yes, actually I would. Yeah, if you want to tell. Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, what? So
I'll tell you at the end of the show.
What's going on with the assassin robot prostitute from the future with
What?
knives?
We've added prostitute to this list now.
Prostitute has been there for like a
couple of weeks.
I have heard that.
Well, I am
before.
owed some money then. So
Son the dresser.
someone pay up.
Speaking as your GM, you
Yes.
aren't owed money.
Well, then I'm not a very good prostitute.
No.
And she's just a whore. Like,
It's just a
there's
hobby.
nothing wrong with that, but like,
Oh my God.
Not a professional, just a hobby. Cool.
Hobbyist, yeah. Just, you know.
Oh my God, Amelia, you're the best.
Apparently I'm not. Otherwise I'd be earning more money.
So is that getting cut from the VOD or?
No, I mean, you know, it was good.
Be monetized on YouTube.
roll it in,
Oh.
roll it in, Shapey.
Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next week. Have a good night.
Bye.
Oh God.
So last week.
There we go. See? Confirmation from my real life partner that I'm a whore, apparently. Which is nice. Carry on.
How? Anyway, last week we... God, I can't remember what happened last week.
We broke Kareen's heart.
Yeah.
Bad things happened.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. We went to investigate a station. A space station. Which was depowered, mostly out of service. Seemed like it had been abandoned for a while. Which it had been, mostly, except for it wasn't completely, because there was one person in there. Whose name I don't have in my notes in front of me. What?
Jam.
Jam Hessian.
I will never fucking forget that.
He, much like a certain miner in a certain mining station from a previous episode number 4, seemed to be wandering about in a daze, not really, kind of going through the motions, And it turns out once Kareen, reached out to him and touched him, Kareen fell unconscious, and he gained some clarity for a small amount of time. Enough time to tell them that he was part of the organization Blue Horizon, with which Kareen was also a founding member, essentially. They were working to expand horizons, help people, all of those things that have the best of intentions and lead to the worst of results. And what they essentially managed to do was discover some type of, or maybe unlock the potential, possibly would be the right way to say it, of kind of psychic abilities, empath abilities, with which Kareen has a little bit herself. Essentially, we found out that Kareen has all of this time been lying to everyone, and that she is able to sense the emotions of people nearby. And
Did she lie though? Did anyone say, "Are you telekinetic empath"?
Yeah, nobody ever asked.
No.
I just omitted some
Truths.
information. Yeah.
After a little bit of a very, very unfortunate feeling, Kareen woke up. And after talking with Jam a little bit, and everyone else kind of, giving him some questions, we found out that as far as he knows, there's no connection to the other station nearby, no connection to the government or to any agencies or organizations, at least as far as he was aware. He was very conscious of the fact that the state of clarity he was in was slowly diminishing and is heading back to that disconnected, uncaring, let's call it what it kind of is, zombified state of just not noticing, not realizing much, and requested the crew help him destroy the station with himself still on it. Kareen wasn't super happy about that, got dragged off the ship by Colton and Romeo, but no, by Romy? I think it was by Romy. And the crew essentially set up the reactor on the station to self-destruct. Left the station, flew away, and the station exploded. With Jam on board. And that's where we left it last episode. That was, yeah.
And that's when we solved the entire virus.
Turns out, just needed Norton antivirus. Who knew? Just needed an update. This stream is not sponsored by Norton Antivirus. Anyway.
You fucking hope not. They're horrific.
Oh god, they're so bad.
I mean, I haven't heard anything about them since I was 20, so...
As long as you don't use it, it's fine.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Just
Cool.
won't talk about it. It's like one of those things you just
don't.
yeah.
Just like you don't buy MSN Premium in 2022.
That's a thing. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, that's still a thing.
Okay.
I remember when I used to use ICQ, so...
AIM. AOL Messenger.
AIM and AOL, those where I was at.
Same. I think we just showed our age.
Oh, God.
Oh well.
It's alright. Most people
Yes,
won't even
what
know
does
what
that
those
mean?
are. That's an acronym for something. Safi's like, I got Facebook. What's MySpace?
When a member of your cast doesn't know what a dial-up sounds like.
I know what that sounds like. I just never experienced it.
It was the best of times. It was
Trillion!
the worst of times.
I used to use Trillion.
I've
Now
heard,
I'm really dating myself.
I've heard ancient recordings of it. The dial-ups. They played them when I went to a museum last time. So, shall we get into it? Tash will see you in a little bit. So, moving ahead a little bit. Kareen, obviously, you've been most likely, I'm gonna guess you left the piloting to either Astrid or Colton.
I think it's like the only thing that she knows how to do and can do. So she would have set up an autopilot.
Yeah.
But yeah, she wouldn't be there most of the time. Like, she'd kind of have the AI set up to send, if there was a problem, to send messages to Colton or Astrid or both. And she'd probably just have it set up. Like, she'd set it up so that it was working the way she wanted, but yeah.
Okay.
She'd either be in her room or she'd be in the garden a lot.
Okay. That makes sense, because at the end of the last one, she was kind of with Nomi. It'll only take a few hours to head to the new station.
Oh, okay.
So...
If it's only a few hours, then she probably wouldn't have even had the presence of mind to do any of that. She probably would have just been in her room.
Okay.
Never mind.
So, doesn't take long. You find yourselves on the outskirts of this large kind of... It's almost like an asteroid field, except for it's just debris of station and ship and all that type of stuff. Being mostly blown to hell. If you'd like, you can give it a scan over. But I kind of feel like you guys mostly just want to be on your way. Colton, you've received a message from... It's here? One of your suppliers, one of your kind of like contacts essentially, back towards New Orphan in the inner system. The deal has been set up. All you have to do is head to the Praeoris planet, pick up the Greylix, and the payment has already been organized. You just need to do the transport. Yeah, and then he'll meet you on New Orphan and get everything squared away that essence. So, unless anyone has anything to do, we'll see the captain off. So, in a enclosed capsule covered and essentially set to basically ignite internally and, set off into space. Gonna need at least one person. I know Romy's going to do it, to essentially go into the airlock and, just vac suit up. So
I'll do that.
Okay, Romy and Colton make sense.
I think Kareen would come for this. Since you said it was only a few hours, she would have just been in her room. She'll come out for this. She's just not going to say anything to anyone. She'll just stand kind of in the doorway, but just be there.
Yeah. I have the feeling it's going to be mostly a non-verbal thing. And so the Colton and Romy get the vac suits on, take the container into the airlock. Close the airlock. Air gets taken out, and the airlock at the front of the airlock out into space gets opened up. Both yourself, Colton, and Romy just give it a small push out into space. And it slowly drifts out. The crew stand there a couple of minutes. Airlock closes. Colton, Romy, get the air back in the airlock, come out, take the helmet of their vac suit off. You can all take your own personal takeaways from this moment. What I will say is, after everything you've been through and the stress of getting here and everything else, it's not particularly a sad moment. Somber, maybe.
Yep.
And then Romy says, okay, let's get back to work.
Yep.
Goes to take his suit off and head off. Everyone go back.
Kareen would actively avoid touching anyone or coming too close.
Yeah.
This is the point where she'd probably just go to the bridge, set everything up to fly to the next place, and then go back to her room for a while.
Okay.
Astrid, you want me to keep an eye on the bridge?
Yeah. Please.
Yup.
Okay. As Colton starts bringing the ship back into the encroacher system, gonna head towards Prioris for a pickup. Essentially, I don't think she's thinking about it right now, but Romy's intention, at least, is to skip White Rock for now, given everything, and head straight onto the job. Basically, at some point, if it's brought up, he'll tell Kareen, next time we pass by White Rock, we'll go cloud surfing. However, after a little bit of time and the ship starts heading through the system, basically, Prioris, pick up Greylex. Astrid, you get a on your door.
Come in.
Door opens and Bromy steps in. Hey, you mind if I sit?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks. He looks around for something that isn't gonna break when he sits on it, and sits down. A little bit awkward. He's just shifting a bit. He's a little uncomfortable. We haven't really chatted much. The last few weeks or so.
No, I've not really been in the mood to chat, to be honest.
Right. Well, if you'd like to chat, or if you'd like to talk about anything,
I mean, what is there that I can say? I can... Because if I try and talk to anyone, they're all going to say, oh, it's not your fault. But in a way it was and probably always will be, because I stopped. If I'd just like halt and shoot that guy, we wouldn't be here.
Possibly.
Like that's on me and that will always be on me, so it doesn't matter what I talk to anyone about, I'm always gonna have to live with that. So I mean, I don't know what you want me to say, really.
I mean, you're not wrong, in a way.
I mean, it's not like I intended it to happen, but still, it did happen because of my actions.
It did. And I don't think anyone on the crew blames you. I don't know if the captain wouldn't.
I know no one else does, but I do.
Do you remember, it was a little bit of time after that incident on Talent in the mine? You and the captain had a bit of a chat. A little heart to heart, basically.
Yeah.
Originally, our plan for the ship, for the crew and everything was to pretty much take any job that we could get. You know, times are hard, we need money, and it's hard to stay floating. And obviously, I didn't give away, you know, how we met exactly and all of that type of thing to the captain, but he had some idea. And he said that he was very impressed that you basically went through prison and everything and managed to keep the majority of your innocence isn't really the right word, but do you know what I mean?
Spark.
Yeah. And he said we probably weren't gonna take in any particularly dodgy or too dangerous deals. You know, we're not gonna be running around space trying to hunt down pirates or something. I can't say for sure because, you know, Captain's his own man and didn't always let people in, but I know for myself at least, I prefer you keep that spark, and I don't think I'll complain too much if getting shot in the back was the price I had to pay for that.
Please don't say that.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not planning on that or anything.
Better fucking not.
Yeah. I mean, someone's got to make sure you don't get into trouble. But
I'm sure I'll be fine. I just need time for it to stop hurting.
it will. And we're gonna be here, so, you know.
Yeah.
Plus, we've got jobs to do. We've got to deliver a large quantity of lizards.
What?
Yeah, we're going to pick up some Greylix, and we're taking them to New Orphan.
You mean the...
I mean, yeah, they're like shoulder height or so, and yeah.
I've never seen one in person.
I'm not 100% sure how to look after them, so it's going to be interesting.
Okay, I think we can do that one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright. Don't name any of them, because we're not keeping them. We're not keeping one. It's literally the size of a cow.
What's a cow?
Right, I've never had to consider the possibility that I'd need to explain a cow to someone before in my life. How do you explain a cow? It's like a big dog, except for wider, and it's not a dog.
That don't make a lot of sense, Remy.
That's
Like a dog, but it's not a dog.
Yeah, like cows essentially do not make much sense. That's the best way to explain it, I think.
So it's just really
Big animal.
dog that runs around.
Big meaty
barking.
animal. No, it doesn't look like a dog. You know what? In fact, forget the whole part about it being a dog. It is not a dog.
Okay.
Actually, it's kind of like a Greylix, except for not a lizard. That's the best way to describe it.
Like a lizard, but not a lizard.
Yeah.
You're really not great with analogies, mate.
So I need to talk about anything else?
But just don't get into teaching, if anything. Jesus Christ.
Wasn't on my to-do list, but good to know. Right, well, Eddie stands up. I think this was productive. Yes?
I still don't know what a cow is.
You'll find out soon.
Wonderful.
Good. Oh, and the engine room's the best.
Why?
Because Colton's been, helping to keep things tidy and, well, not tidy, but he's been making little, repairs and maintenance, and Colton's been in the engine room. That's why it's messy.
Okay, keep him on the bridge and don't let him down there again, please.
Right you are.
Thank you. Fucking hell.
See you for dinner?
Yep.
Wonderful. And he walks out. Can I take it that from here on forwards, Astrid will be kind of back to slightly more regular work schedule and everything?
I mean, Colton's in my fucking engine room. I've got to go sort it out.
It's true. Okay.
Bridge to ship. Does anyone know how to make a fence?
You didn't come through.
A fin?
A fence?
A fence?
Yeah. Like a cow fence.
Alright, is a cow fence different from a regular fence? Because I don't know what a cow is.
You know what a cow is? It's like a big dog. But you can milk
sells
it.
stolen goods. Wait, where does the milk come from?
The udders.
What
Kind
now?
of like a cow nipple.
Yeah, I know how to build a fence. I don't know if I can make a cow fence. Does it have to look like a cow? I don't know what a cow looks like.
It's just a fence so we can keep some... Oh, we're picking up Greylix, by the way.
I know, I want to keep one.
No. They're already sold. We're just delivering them.
So we're
One got lost in transit.
with the Greylix, we're going to be keeping them in the hold because there's not much else there. They're pretty passive, so you won't need to worry about them. One thing we do know is that they like to climb walls. So
Yeah. Big fence. I'll get some hay.
I can make a fence.
Okay.
You might
Touching
need
down in about 20 minutes.
you might need a fence that covers the space above them, so they don't climb up and stuff.
A cage, yeah. Can you make
Anyway.
a cage? Got
Why
a cow
can they jump?
cage. They can climb.
What, the cows?
The Greylix. They're
Why?
kind of like cows. Except cows aren't lizards.
still not understanding what they're like, because first it's like a dog but not a dog, but like a lizard but not a lizard. Can they jump?
Like
Are
a
they
dog you
bounce?
can eat.
Why would you eat them?
Food. Where do you think steak comes from? Cows.
Ew.
Colton, take us to Prowess, please.
Okay.
So, a few days are going to go past, but I believe there's one other thing that needs to happen first. So we're going to... I'm not sure when exactly this will happen, but we're gonna spend a little moment in the garden with Nomi and Kareen as they're tending to the plants, having a little quiet moment. And I believe something needs to be buried.
I think Kareen would eventually come out of her room and go straight to the garden, especially if this is before the Greylocks get there.
Yeah.
She doesn't really want to feel anything right now.
Mm.
It hurts too much. So she just goes to Nomi because she knows she can be in that place and touch plants, and Nomi doesn't really spread her emotions around very much. So she's just gonna walk in and kind of help with whatever. She just wants to be numb. Numb is better.
Yeah. And let's. So quiet. Nomi and Green. I feel at this point this has probably happened enough times that you both probably have fallen into a bit of a, not necessarily a working together pattern, but you know what you're doing. You know, it's watering, feeding, adding nutrients, sometimes moving a plant from one place to another. You don't get in each other's way, and it's pretty quiet, mostly because, you know, Nomi's not that chatty.
Yeah, Kareen, I mean, honestly, Kareen kind of takes advantage of that. She doesn't want to talk. She doesn't want to feel. She just wants to be in a space where there's something other than her own emotions, but something that isn't really anything. And she's always felt calmer in the garden. I don't think she even really understands. Like, she doesn't really think about it. It's just a place where she's been able to be a little bit more numb and be a little bit more present in the moment.
It's not super intrusive, feeling other people's emotions. It's much like catching a scent of like a rose or whatever. You just get that kind of like a quick, like, almost like the wind blows an emotion over you and you're just like, oh, happy, or oh, sad, etc.
Yeah. And
when
just,
you're more chaotic, it's a bit more intrusive, a bit less easy to...
Yeah. It's like I can't tune them out, and my own are so strong right now that I just want to be around someone that's more stable.
Yeah.
And Nomi is that, if anything.
Mm-hmm.
And Kareen doesn't think about why that might be, or it's just how she knows Nomi. Nomi is very focused on the task at hand, and that's what she wants.
I would say the only real discernible emotion you're probably going to get from Nomi at the moment is a mix of like a tinge of melancholy and maybe regret. Correct me if I'm wrong there, Nomi.
You're gonna have to message me what those are for.
Kareen also isn't going to touch her. She's just going to be in the space. So unless she actually like brushes up against her by accident or something, which she's going to try to make sure not to do, she probably won't even notice that. It's just kind of a space where there's plants and they're super zen, and Nomi focused on keeping the plants alive, which seems like a really good thing right now for Korean. Focus on.
Does that track?
This is what track?
The message.
I haven't had anything.
Should have been sent over Discord.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were using Zoom.
Oh, my bad.
Got it.
I use both intermittently to make it easier on everyone.
Awesome. My ADHD thanks you. If there was a momentary flash of that,
Yeah, that's
it's
one.
gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
It's not an ongoing thing.
No, the last thing you just mentioned, that's just a ritual. That's not even for her. That's for other people. Because you're supposed to. So I think you're probably getting exactly what you need right now, because Nomi deals with stuff very immediately. There's a reason she does all the stretching and the gardening and it's not just about making sure that her body is in good condition and that they've got food to eat. It's more efficient that way.
Kareen's pretty much just trying to avoid dealing.
Okay. And at some point, probably on the trip, a little kind of piece of paper essentially is taken out, names written on it, and buried in under the plants. Little ritual.
Yeah, I think Nomi would just write his name on a piece of paper and hand it to her so she didn't have to do it.
Kareen would very quickly just bury it. I feel like she'd be trying very hard to not
dwell.
To kind of not dwell, to just get through it and get past it. She's not very good at that, but she's trying.
Yeah. And I can't speak as to how much it helps, whether it lifts any weight, whether it,
Maybe a little. I think after.
Hard to tell at this point, but
yeah. She'd probably just get through it quickly and kind of look at Nomi and nod and then go back to the bridge. And if Colton is there, she'd probably just sort of walk up to her chair and be like, I can take over now.
Yeah. Just made coffee.
Thanks. Appreciate it. And then she just grab some coffee and sit in her chair.
Okay. Stars go past as you whiz through the system, and a few days pass. We come back to essentially the Greylix being brought on board the ship. Kind of, they're fairly flat, in terms of, like, their, like iguanas? Like a big version of iguanas, essentially. Very lizardy, very kind of, splayed legsy, and, like...
Oh, like squat?
waddling. Yeah. They've got a very big, they've got a very big body. They are kind of, like, cow-sized. They don't reach as high as cows, obviously. But, yeah, they're all eyebrow like eye licky, and got that little kind of bird vibe to them, where their head like goes about the place. They're not too hard to get on the ship, but any type of fence or whatever you've put up does not work. Like, they crawl over everything. They essentially, as you take off and you head towards New Ulfin, gonna be a few weeks till you get there, you have to deal with the fact that you essentially have free roaming Greylix all over your hangar. Like, your cargo hold is filled with Greylix. And every single night, every night, at least once, you all hear a thump. Because they crawl up the walls, they fall asleep and fall off.
I love them already and I want one.
Each and every day, at least twice a day, you have to take down either a hose or a spray bottle to spray them down, just to keep them a little bit moist and all that type of stuff. When you do, you are invariably like rubbed up against and licked, and all the kind of like treated to like beady-eyed stares and all that type of thing. They're not domesticated like dogs or cats, but they're not unfriendly. Think a bit more like horses, maybe, in terms of their...
Astrid, Jasper's in the toilet again.
I literally told her not to name one.
Oh no, I named that one. He looks like a Jasper.
I'll go help her.
Not helping, Colton.
Okay.
It's easier to differentiate them if they have names, okay?
Sarah, down!
Jasper, stop eating the stove!
I'm dealing with Sarah right now.
We're not keeping Greylix. I'm gonna say this right now. We're not keeping a Greylix on the ship.
Have you seen Julie?
Would be so nice, though. Just saying, they're kind of fun to pet.
You definitely are keeping Greylix on the ship. I can see lots.
Did you say Julie's missing again?
Julie! I'll go look for her.
He really likes the bridge.
I don't think they know their names.
Huh. Okay, Jasper's out the toilet.
Okay, is he wet?
He'll absorb it.
Okay.
Gross. But also adorable.
And
Evan, get down from there!
And we carry
Julie,
on
oh
through
God.
space.
Wait, is it time to feed them yet?
No, they're not hungry. They're lying bastards.
It's always
I've
time
literally
to
fed
feed
them
them.
20 minutes ago.
Oh, I fed
weird
them like an
stomach
hour
bugs.
ago.
Oh my god.
Did you not mark it on the sheet?
We need a rota for feeding these fucking things.
I gave them a treat. I gave Julie a
No
treat.
treats, they're Greylix.
I'm going to have so much fertilizer.
Yeah, there's a bunch of fertilizer in there. It's fine. It's
Oh,
fine.
good.
But they came up to me, they were acting like they were hungry, so I thought they would have fed them.
Yeah, they always act like that, though. Like,
At least we learn fences don't work.
I think the hunger, whatever feeling, is there all the time. Like, every time I touch one, I want boodles.
This is a crew announcement for the whole crew. Just went through the hangar of the cargo hold again. Be careful when you go through. There's 2 of them on the ceiling. They could fall off at any moment.
Oh, are they? Again.
It's very hard to tell. I'm going to think no for my own sanity.
That's fair. That's absolutely fair.
Colton and Days go poke them with a broom.
Okay. Get off! Get off him! Get...
And we will fade away from Colton poking giant lizard cows with a broom.
Oh, I saw the lipstick.
Not soon enough, apparently.
This is the best thing that's ever happened.
Oh my god, baby, please.
We'll just keep one baby grey legs, just a small one.
Just one. It's an extra. It's an extra. It wasn't on the manifest. We can just keep it.
The classic GM conundrum of you want to give cool things to the show, but your cast wants to keep them.
I mean, how long does it take to get where we're going? It's probably not enough time, right?
No, it's the trip in total would be 3 weeks and a few days because you need to travel from Prioris. So, also additionally, once you get there, you'll get a couple, 2 extra fuel cells for heartburns. So.
Stop trying to distract her with pretty things. We want her grey legs.
Fuel cells, though. So. Weeks pass. As always, if anyone would like to talk to anyone on the way there, if anyone needs to have a conversation or make notes or anything, do a scene, please let me know. But time passes. And in no time, it probably feels like a long time to a couple of people who aren't as fond as the Greylegs, but eventually you come to New Orphan. You enter the inner system, travel over to New Orphan, go into orbit, and Corrine, I assume you're back to piloting.
Yeah.
And you head down and land at your, essentially, the route you were given gives you a landing spot. It's a, let me get the name of this right. Oh god, there's way too many notes. It's a PDMC base, which is essentially a planetary defense Marine Corps. This is something that is mostly just a New Orphan thing, because there's such a deep military history on New Orphan. They have their own Marine Corps Defense Force, which is like a home guard, essentially. It has been picked up on a couple of the other inner system planets, but all that essentially means is it's more New Orphan Marine Corps troops who serve on other planets too as like a home guard defense unit. So it's essentially part of the Marine Corps. It's just kind of a part-timer thing, military service type thing. So you set down at the base, and let's see here. Apologies. Yeah. Set down on the planet, and you're going to essentially leave your ship here. You are Colton. You are actually live hailed by your contact. Actually, you would probably contact him, I would imagine. Yes, once you set down.
This is begins with J.
This is Loppy.
Loppy. That's not even a J.
Hey, Loppy. It's Colton.
Colton, alright? How's it going?
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah.
Got a delivery.
Right. The Greylegs, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, I'll wire you the payment. Once you set out, I've got a transport shuttle for you. Can take all that stuff out towards where you need to drop it off, and there's also a jeep for the rest of you, so
right.
You can drive out there as well and Should all be
Is
sorted.
Klein or Hish there? Or are they meeting us back at the ranch?
I don't know.
I'll give them a call.
Yeah, that's pretty much job done, I guess, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Fences don't work. You're wrong.
I never told you fences would work. I told you to keep them moisturized. Did you keep them moist?
Yeah, one of them keeps living in the toilet.
Yeah, well, they do that.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'm currently off planet, but I'm up in one of the stations. No, you're good. Just swing by my way once you've settled down and, you're ready to take on another job. I've got a couple of things in the pipeline. I can maybe set you up with another job if you like.
Anything interesting? I'll take that as a no. Appreciate it.
Maybe. Mate, come and see me once you're ready. We'll see what we can line up, alright?
Okay, Loppy. I'll bring you some mead.
Brilliant. Looking forward to it.
See you soon, bud.
Alright. So, I won't make you all go through the process of getting the Greylix off the ship onto a shuttle and shuttling them out there. Essentially, the shuttle will be taken by someone else. Basically a base pilot who has too much free time on his hands. The crew, yourselves, will be jeeping out to and one of the things you'll notice as you go, pretty much all of the vehicles on New Ulfan are some type of military vehicle, even driven by the civilians. They're all jeeps, they're all trucks. You see multiple troop, the troop transports with the flatbed and then the little stuff like that.
Will I be driving the Jeep or?
I would imagine you drive it, yeah.
Okay, they're in the shuttle. Y'all want to get in the Jeep? Well, it's more of a truck.
Yeah. So let's head out there.
Okay.
And you head out. So this area of New Ulfan is reasonably well terraformed. Colton, and I think maybe only Colton would be aware, possibly Kareen. I don't think you've really been on New Ulfan, but you may have heard bits and pieces about it. It was the first planet to be terraformed for human life when centuries and centuries back, when they were just starting space travel, they managed to get to New Ulfan and start terraforming it. And they did a terrible job of it. And by the time terraforming technology was better, they couldn't be asked to terraform it properly. So New Ulfan has areas which are quite nice and quite well built up. And, there's lots of green and lots of nice areas. There's also areas which are just kind of, a little bit acidy or, just not as nice as they could be. The area where you're going through, as far as you can tell, looks pretty much like any kind of Terran planet. It's got the, kind of continental, it's got the temperate temperatures. It's not freezing cold like Talend. It's not ridiculously jungly like Stojan. Hilly, some plains, some savannas, hint of desert every now and then.
I feel like the roads are well defined, but they're pretty bumpy.
Yeah.
But trucks and jeeps are fine with it.
Oh yeah. You don't need brilliantly smooth roads when everything you're driving has ridiculously big wheels.
Enough torque to destroy a planet in one truck.
And eventually you turn off the kind of, let's call it a main road, up a more of a dirt track through some fairly large gates.
I'm also driving too fast, like Dukes of Hazzard too fast.
Yeah.
Every corner is sideways.
God, I'm gonna be sick.
Don't be sick in the trunk.
Why is there a trunk back here?
It's important. Special, secret, military secret.
That sounds very official.
Okay, just stick
Can you
your head
slow
out the back.
down?
Stick it. We'll be too late. Just stick your head out the back. Do it like we used to do.
Like what?
1, 2, 3, chuck.
Ugh. Slow down.
I don't slow down.
Yep.
Maybe I try and avoid big potholes, but I don't slow down.
Oh yeah.
This is fun. This is freedom on the road.
And eventually, with planes stretching off in all directions, you do actually see some hints of like a few horses kind of in the distance and other possible animals fair ways away. You finally come to a large, long, and like wide but short house. Quite impressive looking, but there's only one floor, and it just kind of like extends a long ways, and you assume back ways as well. From what you can see, there appears to be one man, looks reasonably old, just having a sit. He's kind of in one of those old rocking chairs type thing, just sitting on outside the front of the door, kind of on the porch. Aside from that, it seems quite quiet.
Astrid, you finished being sick yet?
Not yet.
Okay, suck it up.
Okay.
Hey, I'll show you a cow.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm good.
Camera pans down and sees this big boot just hit the dirt, like this dry, dusty ground with a few wisps of grass. Yup. Does it look good? Does it look like I remember?
Yeah. It hasn't been that long, but since your last year, looks about the same. Less people here, but it's not exactly a busy time.
Who's in the chair?
That is Pops.
Hey, Pops.
Like, looks up and kind of takes in the people stepping out of the Jeep. Then, like, smiles and pushes himself out of his chair, a little bit of bone creaking and cracking. Cole! Hey!
Yeah, I give him a big ol' hug.
Like, walks over and grabs you, like, he's a bit shorter than you. Age does that, but, yeah, it's still he's got that, like, hard as teak thing going on, where he's still quite strong and quite spry once he gets moving. And he says, kind of looks around and says, "Who are all these people you brought with you?"
He's a crew from the ship. Maybe they can help. Is Ma about? Ma!
And he kind of says, "Yeah, inside. Rennie Cole's here. She'll be out in a second. Introduce me to everyone.
Okay. That one covered in oil is Astrid. The one that doesn't blink, that's Nomi. The one with the jitters. Why have I forgotten your character's
Kareen.
fucking name?
Kareen.
Oh my god, that is so bad.
That's such a cool thing to do.
No, he wouldn't have forgot your name. 100% wouldn't have forgot your name.
Okay.
Romy. And, yep. Where's the hands?
Klein and Hish are currently serving a little bit, and
Where's Harper?
Harper's just brushing down the horses. He took them out for a run. He should be leaving for service tonight.
Oh,
you've come at a good time, kiddo.
Sounds like I have. Is Rose around?
She was here earlier today or yesterday. She should be coming around for dinner tonight. So a couple of hours maybe.
Okay. Well, looks like I gotta put a couple of guests on the table. I like food, right?
Rennie! We got more people for dinner. Come out here. Cole's here. And then, not, not huge, but just a little round,
Stocky
short,
lady.
Yeah, stocky lady. Kind of bustles out with like an apron, and like throws around the edges and everything, and looks around, kind of like for a second, and then, Cole, you came back.
Hey, Ma.
Why didn't you call ahead? And like smacks you on the side of your arm.
Ah, come on. I never know when I'm coming back.
Kif, did you know about this? And the older gentleman's like, I wanted it to be a surprise. Cole brought us some new animals to ranch. I thought we could set them out by the waterfall.
Oh yeah, meat is great. They lay eggs.
That sounds great. But you should have warned. Like, I haven't tidied the house. I'm sorry. The house is a mess. I'm not prepared for. You should have called ahead and told me when we have guests. I need to know so I can.
I thought they. And then I'll jump and give her a big old squishy hug.
And she wraps her arms around you and basically says, like, you've been away for too long.
I'm literally back sooner than I usually am.
Still.
In what, like not even a year?
Didn't even tell me.
Now
I'm gonna have to make more dinner. Okay, and it's gonna have to be better than what I was gonna make, so I'm gonna have to go and make it now. I hope you're happy.
Ma, everything you make it, Ma, everything, it's fine.
No, I'm gonna go make dinner, okay? You put your stuff away in your rooms, all of you. Clean up before dinner, alright? Good. And tomorrow we'll see about getting you to work on the farm. Alright. And she wanders back inside, like huffing, and I don't know. What am I gonna make for dinner? I'm gonna have to make something for dinner. And she like disappears back inside.
You guys, Mom makes the best food.
Pops looks a little bit awkward for a second.
This is my Pops. Everyone say hi.
It's Kif, Pops, if you like. Most people here call me Pops.
Alright, won't get your shit. We're gonna find your rooms.
There's a whole load of rooms we put up farmhands when they're working on the ranch. So,
Oh yeah, food and board isn't free. You're gonna have to work. You're okay with that, right?
Got lots of odd jobs around the place you can do. Yeah. Oh, Cole, one of the fences came down. It's actually, I think that's what Rose is doing right now. She's basically rounding up some of the sheep that got loose. So we're gonna need to fix that fence probably tomorrow. It's a bit too late now to tonight.
Okay. Still got the harvest gift.
No. I've actually been thinking about selling that. It's
You've had it for years.
It's playing up. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Essentially, I need to either get someone in to fix it or send it in for repairs. It's gonna cost a bit, and then I may just sell it.
I reach behind me and put my hand on Astrid's shoulder and pull her forward. Best engineer in the system.
Oh.
Isn't that right, Astrid?
Yep.
What do you know about Hoverskiff dusters?
Everything. She does nothing but talk about Hoverskiff dusters. It used to be her job before she got on the ship.
Oh, perfect. Well, come. I'll show you to the rooms, and Yeah, they're not much. They're quite modest, but hopefully, being on a ship for a while, you'll be happy with them. And he basically takes you inside, like bustles you all in, and inside, it's a lot nicer looking than the outside. It's very warm, lot of carpet, lot of reds and greens, and
wood.
Wood. There's fire in some of the rooms. Just like a nice little toasty fire, and obviously in a fireplace, not just the house is on fire. And you get taken to your rooms, which are like 5 times the size of your rooms on the ship. There's like a little ensuite sink and bathroom, showers. Simple, but again, nicer. And if any of you like test out the bed, jump on it, or just like push on it, when you push on it, it actually like absorbs you. It's almost like just feathers, like the feathers all. It's hard to describe. It's like a waterbed, except for no water.
Sleeping on a cloud.
Yeah, it's like sleeping on a cloud.
I think Kareen would kind of lay down and just go like, oh my god, and feel the amazingness, but then she'd immediately jump back up and be like, okay, I have to go do something. And she'd probably go find Astrid's room and just be like, hey, if you need help with that skiff, I'm up for it.
Yeah, I don't know why he said I know what I'm doing with that. I've never seen one of those in my life.
He just has faith in you. So do I, but I can maybe help a little. Okay. And then she'd like turn around and go back. She just wants to be useful.
Astrid, Carlton put you in the corner room. It's called the Moo Room. And if you look out the window, there are so many cows.
Like, full on, gonna be like hands against the glass, like nose up, like a little bit like that, like. Colton!
What?
One of those!
Big dogs.
Oh my god. They're 2 different colours.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them have good leather.
When do they bark?
They don't bark, they moo.
Hey, what?
I walk into your room, I open the window.
Immediately, there's a slight smell of cow, let's say, and you can hear like them.
That's how they bark.
Make it do it again. Make it do it again.
I'm gonna just bundle her out the window. Go on, just play with the cows.
So, the cows are nearby, but they're obviously not backed onto the house. There is like a fence between you and the cows.
You stand on the fence.
Yeah.
Hey, doggy, doggy, doggy. Hey, doggy, doggy, doggy. Come here.
The country boy in me is
Hey, doggy,
groaning. This is how city kids die.
Cole, they're not coming. Do I need to give them a treat?
Should be some feed around the back. There's a big bucket.
Okay.
Mostly grass, though. Okay, she's gone.
Yeah.
Hey, doggy, doggy, doggy.
They're still called cows, though.
Hey, cows.
Sometimes we call them dogies. Not doggies.
Hey, doggy, doggy, doggy.
As you like shaking it, a couple of cows, one like quite large and then the other's like a little bit smaller. It's not a calf, but it's it's still growing, still quite young. Like kind of wander over, and they've got the tonguey lips, which are all like like blub, 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 blub. Basically like
Baby.
kind of nibbling around the edge of the feed bag. And then,
Eagle.
yeah, as you push it closer, just nose goes directly in there, and it's just like...
Look at the baby.
What a fight.
I got one. He's mine. Loves me.
So,
City kids.
if we've learned anything, it's that Astrid could not grow up on a farm. Because
I don't think she could grow up anywhere.
Oh,
if she
she's
grew,
adorable.
if she grew up on a farm,
Yeah.
the farm would go bankrupt through not being able to, you know,
Sell or kill any of
sell
their
or kill
livestock.
any of that. They would all become pets, and it would just be a menagerie.
No, you can't sell Michael. He's my third favorite.
Oh my god, they're so cute. You're so cute.
Know me?
Yeah.
Yes.
There's something you can maybe help with.
Oh.
Follow me. And I'll lead you like through the ranch.
Yeah, essentially, it's I think I know where you're going. Is it to Mars? Yeah. So it's like down towards kind of like the living rooms, sitting room areas, big roaring fire in the fireplace, like warm carpets and all that type of thing. Through to the next room, which is kind of like it's not very fancy. It's essentially a dining room, but it's quite cozy. It's quite snug. Going past that is the kitchen, where Ma is already like throwing things into the oven, and it's all hustle and bustle and craziness. You're not really sure exactly what she's doing, but the second you step into the kitchen, she like snaps around to you, Colton, and says, "Are you helping?" Then keep
These
moving.
potatoes.
Then keep moving.
Right. Okay. This way, Nomi.
Nomi, as you like hustled through the kitchen, the like
I'm grabbing a bread roll as I go through.
yeah. Don't ruin your dinner.
It's fresh and hot.
And on the other side of the kitchen is like another dining table, essentially in a little alcove. The alcove is a glass for the most part, so it's see-through. You can see through the back into what is essentially the backyard of this place. Very, very large, although you can't tell how large because what you see before you is essentially a pretty damn large garden of like some trees, lots of different plants, rows of like personal use like carrots and onions and all this type of thing.
Garden.
Very nice.
Oh, you might like it.
Right.
And then I just boot you out the door and close the door. Have fun.
So
It's
Walk
a
over and have a look at the
massive-
plants.
It's a massive like garden, like food garden.
not just food. There's flowers.
Oh, is there
there's
flowers as well?
There's like a pond around the back with like some flowers, and there's kind of like a few specialized plots, which are like either more sandy, deserty, that type of thing. So if you'll give me a moment.
Millie, imagine you spent about 3 years on your actual garden.
Yeah.
So big.
And you can tell that this isn't a professional job of someone who is growing for the purposes of, like, for example, you do on the ship, like sustenance and that type of stuff. This is someone who has a passion for the cultivation of different flowers and things like that. I can tell you that you see over in like the special plot like area, there is a bulb being a row of bulbs kind of growing in the sand. Those are sand bulbs. out by the pond, like, you know, kind of large little water feature essentially. There are like kind of a I want to say circumference, but essentially around the edge of it are like quite large plants, kind of sticky up with like these thin round leaves, slightly light red. What's the time? So, probably not blooming, so you can't see any flowers, but you can take a decent guess at what those are. They're Hiranias.
Mm-hmm.
There is also, which will probably be honestly, it's probably the first thing that stands out to you, is a group of trees that are kind of like in a small clump together close to the pond.
Mm-hmm.
They're like white with like these little dark splotches on them, and the branches are like green fading to silver, with like the leaves being kind of this kind of light grey silver kind of color with green like spiky tips. Which is strange because you know that these things grow more in more like kind of humid, hot, like jungle environments. This is
Can't figure out which one that is.
It's a Sarif.
Is it?
Yeah. Well, it's a small clump of Sarifs.
Huh.
Which means that she's figured out how to cultivate them in an area that's not usually.
Huh. Question is why? And what else has she got?
Yeah. So not to belabor the point, you also see some old man. The old man.
Huh. Right.
The thing about the old man though is that it's pretty.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Sure.
Okay. And you don't see any in the garden, but you will see some Varathia, like leaves and stuff in the kitchen, kind of strewn about.
She'll kind of, you can see her going to like just rip some of these out and shove them in her pockets, and then suddenly painfully aware of how much love has gone into tending this.
Also, you will remember that the whole of the front, the like back of this building, the kitchen area is glass. Very, very obvious.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe come back at night time if you're gonna nick anything.
No, she's not gonna. But still, tempting.
So
I think she'll just wander around enjoying it for a bit.
Yeah.
I've gone back to the Jeep and I'm pulling this massive heavy trunk out of the back.
Yeah, and actually, as you're outside and getting the trunk out the back, you hear the sound of hoof steps. As a horse comes around from the side of the, sorry, that's a little bit loud. There we go. As a horse comes around from the side of the building and essentially, like, clops up to the front where there's, like, a little hitching post, essentially, Rose has come back.
Hi, Cole. What?
Hey, Rose. How you been?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm great.
You haven't called, unless I've missed it.
Well, apparently a lot of people were supposed to call, didn't even call Ma.
Yeah, she would have
We
told
were
me.
just running around and had a job here, thought, might as well stop in.
I'm gonna go up and like hug him, like hello, and
Yeah.
Yeah, I will give her a big old hug back.
Cole, is Rose back?
Yeah, Rose is here.
And
I assume that was the pa voice.
yeah, I was about to say. Kif comes out and says, "Rose, did you manage to get those sheep? Are they back in?"
yeah, I've popped them in the south field for now. But we need to get that fence sorted.
Yeah, we'll get them. We have some guests. Some shipmates of Cole have come to stay for a few days, so they'll be helping out on the farm.
Yeah, I thought
Great.
we could help.
Yeah, we could use it right now.
Yeah. And I kick this big trunk. Top secret.
Right.
I want to take it up to the house.
Yep. Let's. I'll help call out, and then I'll be right back up, Pops.
Yeah. Rennie says dinner in like an hour or so, hour and a half.
Okay. I'm just gonna. I'll pop Az in the stable, and I'll be right with you, Cole. Yeah.
You're staying for dinner, right?
Oh, you gotta stay for dinner.
You have to stay for dinner.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all. I'll just out, and then I'll be back in. Okay.
All right. And like wanders back in the house.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the horse into the stable, and are you coming, Cole? Or are you gonna?
Yeah. I bend over to like grab the handle of this trunk, and I'm like dragging it. It's heavy. It's big and chunky. Yup. Okay. You still in the house?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we could have driven.
Yeah, we could have driven. Why didn't we drive?
And like Romy kind of ducking slightly to get through the like kind of outside the door, like steps out and says, "Colton, the bed's trying to swallow me. Sorry. Hello. Who's this? Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry. Hello.
Hi.
This is Rose. Rose. Romy. Ship's captain.
Nice to meet you, Romy.
Romy.
Shake his hand.
It's nice to meet you. Are you Colton's sister?"
No. No, Claudia's away.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Where's she now?
Where is she now?
She's currently on Eltion.
Eltion? I think she said she was heading.
What's
Something
she
about-
doing there?
Something about religion group. I don't really know. That girl's got a lot of projects.
She gotta deal with what she gotta deal with. Romy. Mom might ask you to help in the kitchen. Just stay out of her way. Oh, and the bell means food's ready.
Bell means food. Okay. And how do you? Okay, so, once you get into the bed,
Right, yeah.
how do you get out of it?
Right, it's more of a roll maneuver.
Roll. Okay.
Basically, don't get in the bed until you're gonna go to sleep, because it's gonna
Right.
take you 5-7 minutes to get out.
Because I put my hand in it and it almost swallowed it completely.
Right, yeah. It'll be the best night's sleep you've ever had.
Right.
Just don't plan to do anything for the next 8 hours when you get in.
Sorry. It was nice to meet you, Rose. I'm gonna go and conquer my bed.
Good luck.
Thank you. And he walks off and back inside.
He's a new captain. The other one died.
What? What? Are you okay?
Let me get this into the truck. I'll tell you on the way.
Okay. I'll help him with this
Truck. This trunk is so heavy and large, and there's a big lock on the front as well. And there's some oil marks where Astrid was sitting on it.
Okay.
Fucking oily, Jesus Christ!
I mean, you did go back to work.
No, I didn't.
I don't. Do you know how much of a mess I left that engine room in? I just had to fix it. Okay, just okay. Use your legs.
You're getting soft, Cole.
Okay, I don't think you understand. What's in this trunk?
Is it for me?
Maybe.
Is it for me?
Yes.
Okay, well, I guess you can get soft then.
Get this big ass trunk. Get in the Jeep and drive to the other end of the ranch.
You gotta drop off the trunk at Rose's house.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, drop it off there. I'm assuming you're not looking in it yet. For later.
No, I think I know what it is.
Okay.
So
Yeah, it's.
I can't have a look at it right now.
Fair enough.
Has your house changed at all since I last saw it?
No, it's still. It's kind of homey, but it's not. There's not as much as the main house. It's, you know, I spend some time there, but it's out at work or
It's a workhouse.
main house.
Yeah.
So it's not as nice, obviously.
It's not bad, but it's
Not bad.
just...
I just haven't changed it
Nice.
that much.
It's
I'm just
comfy.
never there, so
Yeah.
it's what
And-
it needs to be.
You gotta jump back in the truck and head back to the main house.
I
Yeah.
think it's even been a year since I've been back.
Yeah, I mean, time flies already. How have you been?
Pretty good. Ship's great. Crew's great.
That's good
Yeah.
then.
Pretty much. They're a bit quirky.
I guessed with the bed. Yep.
Yeah. Ex-cop, apparently.
Okay.
The one covered in oil. Astrid, engineer. She can be loud.
Keep her away from the cows then.
Oh, right. I showed her the cows. She's never seen a cow before.
Did you show her the cows, or did you leave her with the cows?
I kinda threw out the window towards the cows. She'll be fine. She's just a
What
city
about-
kid.
The cows might not be fine. Oh,
She'd be... There's feed there. What's she gonna do to a cow? She's like half their size.
what if? Oh,
You'll be
Oh.
fine.
if they break the fence and stampede off, you're collecting them.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors for it.
No, that will be your job.
Wanna give me a chance? Come on. How about ball shooting?
You probably have more practice than I do recently.
I am a simple electrician.
Mm-hmm.
Just like you're a simple farmhand.
As
Just
you
like that.
pull up to the house, I'm assuming you're gonna continue bickering as you walk inside. Very tempted to have Astrid like stream past them shouting something about cows, but
Just ride past on a cow.
woohoo!
Not supposed to ride them. We have horses. Astrid!
Anyone stop!
Green will like come out and be like, I've been looking for her to work on the thing, but she's been really busy with the cows.
Anyone slow down!
Rose, can you stop the cow, please?
Yeah, I will stop the cow.
Like one of those fucking whistle things.
Sure.
I'll just probably stand in its path and
Your horse is right there.
yeah.
You can jump up on the horse and basically ride down the cow.
Yeah, and steer it probably back towards its pen or field where it's supposed to be.
Clicking a little bit of kind of like cropped slap it, just like just to turn it around. Astrid, I imagine at this point, as it slows down, you can probably fall off and scramble to safety.
I just did.
Yep.
You alright?
Astrid's behind like a big tire, just kind of peeking out from the side.
Wonderful.
Okay. Corinne would look at Rose and just be like she's impressed, and then she'd go to Astrid and just be like, "Are you sure you're okay? That looked kind of insane. You good?
Yeah. This'll work.
Okay.
Mostly unhummed. A little bit muddy.
Mostly.
Better than greasy.
There is
Okay.
oil on the cow now.
Okay.
You take it back to its little pen area, put it back in, take your horse back and tie it back up.
We'll join the group.
The horse, by the way, has a little bit of a cow look to it itself. It's kind of like white with like brown splotches that have similar markings to like a cow, except for obviously it's more maney, hairy, and taller.
That a super cow.
A horse. Same horse, right?
Yeah. Azrael, you want to pet him? Carefully.
As you like get closer, it kind of like snorts and like shakes its head and like stamps its hoof a little bit. Just
Oh, maybe not.
not like agitated, just a little bit kind of like someone new and different spelling is coming towards me.
I'll pat him on the neck. I'm like, it's fine. Come.
Yeah, kind of settles.
Everyone, this is Rose. Rose, this is everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi there.
Everyone's staying for dinner and got lots of jobs lined up for you, I guess.
And around about this time, Romy like pokes his head out from the door. He's got an apron on. Dinner's in 5. You need to wash up. Colton,
Yes, Romy.
I didn't avoid the kitchen. I got lost.
Right. Nice apron.
Thank you. I'm wearing it.
Looks good.
It's ya.
He like looks at all of you for a second. I'm gonna go wash up, and then head pops back into. And you hear him clomping down the hallway.
Me too. And Corinne runs off.
Told him to avoid the kitchen.
He'll get you.
As a little bit of a note, because I feel like it is uncommon enough that the three of you will notice. Colton just laughed.
You
Yeah.
might notice the Colton has been mostly smiling.
Yeah.
I don't think Nomi's looking at him. Like, doesn't want to. It's been since last episode, was it? Whenever the smashy thing happened, and then he got over it.
Yeah.
Since then, she's become increasingly just like, if you're paying attention.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everyone go wash
Corinne's
Sorry.
Corinne's
Corinne.
noticed. No. She's already gone. She already went to go wash up. But she's noticed that he's been happier.
Yeah.
It kind of is nice to be around him.
It wouldn't necessarily classify as like, the purest form of happiness. It's much more like comfort, contentment, but there's an essence of happiness in there too. It's very peaceful, definitely.
It is probably a different vibe to when he was laughing about new White Rock and
Yeah.
stuff.
Corinne, she'll come back to the group once she's washed up or whenever they meet up. And she's really careful not to touch anyone, but she'll just kind of stay near Colton.
Yeah.
Like kind of close by.
And seeing as everyone on the crew at the least now know about Corrine and her, like, what she can do essentially, I imagine there's been some form of chat which essentially goes, respect our privacy when you can, please, and that type of stuff. So
I don't know if anyone's actually said it to her, but she's always been like she's always been really careful to not physically interact unless it was like necessary.
Except for that one time.
Yeah. But yeah, she's always avoided it. She avoids it even more obviously now, unless one of them is kind of willing. But she's really trying to just be respectful.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that Colin has not changed how he deals with Corrine at all. It's just like, oh yeah, this is just a thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think probably most of the crew either don't exactly know what it entails, really, or aren't sure how to deal with it. So they're probably, I know Romy at the very least is like mostly normal, occasionally a little bit weird, but
Yeah, Corrine is very aware that she didn't tell them, but she also hasn't really been like using it in any way.
Yeah.
So she's just trying to go back to the way things were and avoid the whole thing. If someone brings it up, she'll absolutely talk to them about it, but she's not going to bring it up.
Yeah. Okay.
I think from my side of view, I just don't care.
Yeah.
It's just not a thing.
So, everyone washing up? Heading to dinner?
Meticulously as ever.
Okay.
Colton washes behind his ears.
Oh. That's good, because Mom might check.
Ma will check. She will check.
So, you sit down.
I sit down right next to Rose, and I pull out her chair for her.
Yeah.
Thank you, Colton.
Well, I know you can't pull out the chair. I thought I'd just help you pull out the chair. I know you can pull out a chair. I was just being kind.
It's past the kitchen. It's in the little, like, greenhouse glass area looking out towards. The sun's going down. Lights coming on around the house and outside and stuff. Kind of like lights up the pond and lights up the plants and trees and everything in the garden quite nicely. It's maybe even prettier than it was during the daytime as the sun slowly starts to set. Sit down. Mars still bustling back and forth, but Pops has a seat at the head of the table, basically back to the glass, and just kind of who would be sit next to Pops, because that's essentially who he's going to talk to. As long as it's not Nomi, he probably should be okay.
I'd probably be sat near because it would be normally we'd be here or talking about.
Have a little shop talk during
dinner.
Yeah.
I think Corrine would sit like on the other side of Colton. Maybe there's space left for Astrid. She doesn't want to get too close to anybody, but she kind of wants to stay by either Colton or Nomi because chill feels.
Yeah.
Hey Ma, how many potatoes?
It's roasts.
You make mash?
No, just roasts. Don't worry, I made something special. Something right special. And she like brings over a little bit wobbly because there's a giant fucking plate. When she sets it down in the middle of you all, it's just this big, like, steaming wrapped leaf. That's all you can see. And she bustles back and brings out some like a big kind of mound of like slightly glistening roast potatoes and carrots, steamed. And she says, Cole, why don't you cut it up?
Okie dokie. Yeah, I'm ready to cut up the leaf thing.
All right.
Obviously, Colton knows what this leaf thing is. Just Peachy doesn't.
So it's a very like long, kind of like bulky, large thing, like wrapped in leaf. When you cut it, you kind of like slice through it, and the leaf, essentially parts to reveal just a massive flank steak. It's stuffed with spinach, mushrooms, some cream cheese, and roasted bell peppers. And the leaf will be recognized by you, Nomi. It's Valrathia leaves. It's not a technique you've ever heard of or thought of because you don't cook.
No, that's smart though. That makes sense.
Essentially, Valrathia leaves are water resistant. So if you wrap your cooking in it, it maintains the juice inside because it can't get out. So yeah, just you get kind of hit with this like smell bomb wave of like meat and nice, and the Valrathia leaves have kind of like it's faint, but they've got kind of like a smoky kind of smell thing that kind of comes off with it as well.
Is
Made
that a
this
cow?
today, Ma.
Huh?
Is that a cow?
Yes, it
Well,
was.
Technically not anymore.
Now it's beef.
Now it's beef.
I mean, I suppose really they're all beef.
Except for the sheep and pigs, dear.
Oh yes.
I mean, is it beef until it's ready to be eaten?
Yes.
If it's still alive, it's a cow, but it's not a cow anymore.
The just as a sidebar, as you start eating, although possibly Astrid's becoming a vegetarian slowly.
Into a little bit.
Colton, you'll be familiar with this technique, but essentially when Ma makes some roast potatoes, she melts the butter, puts it into a syringe, and injects it into the potatoes for when they cook.
For fuck's sake, I hate you. I literally just ate.
So when you like bite into the roast potato, it like squirts like warm butter. It's really fucking tasty. One of my chefs I worked for did that, and it was so nice.
My plate is full of food. It's like mounded over.
Yeah.
Like, this is the best meal I've had for a year.
You've outdone yourself, Ma.
Well, guests, and the house is a little bit messy, so hopefully you don't notice that and you focus on...
House is fine.
The
Ma.
house is a little bit messy, Colton. I didn't have time.
It looks lovely. Doesn't it look lovely, everyone?
It does.
It looks
wonderful.
amazing.
Really
Beautiful.
beautiful.
Wonderful. Scary
It's like a
beds.
house.
Very
Look
scary
at
beds.
it.
Don't
The
like the
beds
beds.
are
But aside from the
so
beds, it all looks
comfortable.
great.
No, the beds are so comfortable.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, the food looks.
Yes, it's delicious. Thank you.
I like your garden.
Oh, thank you. I've been growing it for 20 years or so. It's just a little hobby.
It's beautiful.
Where did you get the sand bulb and the old man? Not that one.
Nice. I can't handle that one. The sand bulb came from the dunes in Sumalis.
Huh.
And the old man, I believe it was shipped in originally from Stojan. I think.
I've never seen that sort of thing available. I would love to cultivate some for the healing properties.
Oh, I've been growing them for quite a while. I can definitely provide you with enough to get you started on a small batch of your own if you'd like. Take back into the ship.
Oh yeah, Mom. Mommy's grabbing these
Finish
potatoes.
your mouthful.
Good.
Manners, Colton. We have guests.
Yes, Ma.
Do you have your own garden?
I'm a botanist.
Oh. I'm not anything as not anything as professional as all that. I just, you know. But if you see anything you like in the garden, I'm sure I have enough to spare if you'd like to take a few samples back.
Thank you.
Okay.
But trying not
Yeah.
to grin, failing.
But hey,
Kareen's smiling.
Wait, is Nomi smiling?
Yeah, a little bit.
Kareen's smiling. She can see Nomi smiling, and she's just like, she can't help it.
Well, that's for tomorrow and the day after. For now, enjoy dinner and eat up. You all look like you need a good, decent meal. To which, Romy mumbles a little bit into his food, like, I could cook food. I'm a good cook.
Romy, pass the potatoes.
I made stew. Hip potatoes, yeah.
You make delicious food too, Remy. This is all
Thank you,
amazing.
Corinne. This is, however, a bit above my pay grade. And, you eat dinner, conversations. If anyone would like to speak to anyone about anything specifically, bring it up. Otherwise, we'll move on to dessert.
Pa, what happened with the McCaffrey deal?
Honestly, ever since, God, you're gonna make me go to my notes.
I just made that up. Did I accidentally guess a real thing?
You didn't guess a real thing, but, you referenced a real thing.
Okay.
Honestly, ever since the I don't have the name of the CEO, the one who died. It's Zelandus, the CEO of Zelandus. Ever since he died, some of the other businesses around here have been trying to buy up land. He always looked out for the ranches and farms around here. They think now that he's gone, they can, grab up some land, but no one's selling. So
I heard about that. Shit. And then I glance at Mom, and then I get like a note out of my pocket and then put it in the swear jar. Sorry, Ma.
One more like that during dinner, Colton.
Yes,
I'll
Ma.
wash your mouth out.
Okay, Ma.
Nomi is watching this absolutely boggled by this family interaction. None of this makes sense and it is fascinating.
Or I'll throw you in the horse bath. Again.
Yes, Ma.
Papa's just been cleaning the horses too.
Okay, don't encourage her, please.
Well, then don't swear at the dinner.
I put it in the swear jar.
And Pops is like, so for now, no deals, no plans on deals or anything.
That's a shame, Pop.
Well, we have the Greylix coming in, so that should be enough work for. Oh, Rose. Tomorrow we'll have to ride the Greylix out to the waterfall.
Okay.
We're gonna set them up near there, near the water, and essentially let them graze in that area. Start.
Oh. We set up some fences. They like to climb.
Yeah, we're not going to enclose. We're gonna let them roam free in that area, essentially.
Okay, some of them are pretty springtime.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I think one of them already, or two of them, one of them might already be springtime.
the plan is to get more of them, so that works.
Yeah. I know no idea how long it takes. I know there's a lot of protein. Flavor is crazy. It's like citrus. And they lay eggs. Eggs are great.
You'll
Oh,
have
we
to
got any
let-
eggs?
We'll have to let us know about anything extra for care. Bring them in the cold and such.
Just need a broom.
For what?
Poking.
I'll just look to Colton like,
Two of them got a bit frisky on the ceiling.
Poking.
Just to prise them apart.
I don't think that's going to be a problem.
No, it's just on the ship it was.
Alright.
Especially on the ceiling.
They fall asleep on the ceiling. It's the craziest thing.
Yeah,
It's
and
like
then
old
they
Jimmy, you know, he used to
fall.
fall asleep on duty.
Yeah. But he could sleep standing up, so it wasn't.
Yeah, but every now and again, bit of a
It'd
gust of
fall
wind would
over.
fall over.
It's really interesting how they can defy gravity when they're awake, but not when they're asleep.
Can you sleep standing up?
No.
I think the
Not
question is,
well.
can she sleep upside down?
Well, I can't be upside down, so no, but I'm not a
There you
trailer.
go.
I don't know.
He drinks too much coffee to sleep anyway.
Right. He's very right.
Try sleeping in zero gravity. Don't know where you end up in the morning.
Yeah.
Pardon, Rose.
At this point, Bar's like, dessert. I'll go get dessert.
What's for dessert, Ma?
Surprise?
Oh, come on.
Apple flake pie. So, again, Colton knows what this is. Peachy doesn't exactly.
I know it's tasty, sheepdog.
Ma comes back with like a more kind of like fancy ceramic kind of a plate bowl. Yeah, it's one of those like longer ones that and sets it down. Essentially, it is what looks like kind of golden brown something in the middle, all kind of like made up into flowers. So it has like the center is all like golden brown flowers or something along those lines, and then around the outside are a whole load of like crispy, again golden brownish, almost like fingers or like petals around the outside. When you eat these, when you get these together, essentially what you have is you have apple slices, crisped and baked, with like thin pastry put around the apple slices and baked, and then on the inside is caramel flowers. So they're like little caramel things. So
Peachy Maker's actually hungry.
you take the apple flakes and you dip them in the caramel and then just. I told you all to eat before the show. I did.
I
swear.
did, Sheepy. I did. I
Me
literally finished
too.
eating before this
Hungry
call.
again.
Sorry.
Yes. The delicious thing I had earlier was not enough. Thank you.
I'm pretty sure if I was actively currently eating, I would
Wouldn't
still be
be
hungry right now.
This just sounds amazing.
And finally, Pops says, before reason to celebrate, like gets up and kind of potters off like through a side door, and comes back with this like big bottle of like sloppy golden liquid, and sets it down, and on the like side of it, it's got a big kind of like black label and says Nguyen's nightcap, and says a little bit of mead for everyone. This is something that this is something that Colton knows, something that Ma used to make, used to kind of sell around the area, but now just makes some every year. Essentially, you didn't find it, Nomi, but there's some beehives around the back of the garden, and she keeps bees and. It is fermented honey, chamomile, and sari fruits. It's got it's not like for mead, it's not super strong, but it's got a nice like kind of sweet kick to it. And like when you drink it, it essentially, you know that feeling of like warm glow spreading across your body. It's got that kind of like feeling when you kick it back. Once you drink it, it'll make you quite drowsy, and essentially one kind of like glass is enough to see you off for the night into a kind of deep, decent sleep.
Go easy on that stuff. Not for me just yet, Pop. I got some things to do.
Right you are. The rest of you, a nightcap?
What is it?
It's mead, fermented honey, chamomile, and sari fruit.
I'll make say herself.
Sorry, fruit.
Yes.
You certainly grow some interesting things.
My wife likes to cultivate plants.
She'll kind of tilt her head slightly and make eye contact with this woman, trying to suss out if this is innocent or not. Because she's got some dodgy shit in this garden.
Oh, yeah.
Kareen is gonna take it and just be like, I'll try some, and down it.
Okay. So
Oh my god, caffeine and mead fighting.
Give it, and sari fruit is what's it called?
Sedative?
The roots are soporific.
Soporific, induces drowsiness and sleep.
Yeah.
It's like a mixture of alcohol and like a night nurse, you know, something you drink when you don't operate heavy machinery, basically.
Perfect.
So probably you'll start feeling drowsy in about 20 to 25 minutes, maybe even half an hour, depending on your constitution.
And how much coffee I've had.
Yeah, unless you're drinking the hard stuff, it's probably gonna not do much fighting against the.
Tastes good though.
Yeah, sari fruit is pretty potent in terms of a sleep aid.
It probably just makes Kareen a little bit woozy, like not sleepy, but just like a smidge altered state, kind of. And she just kind of blink a little and be like, "This is wonderful. Thank you."
Yeah, well, of course we don't make it officially, but we always keep a few cases for when Colton or his sister comes back. And obviously...
Yeah, I promised Lofty a bottle if that's okay, Ma.
Sure. Hey. Try not to give them away too much. I don't have an infinite number of bees, Colton.
So keeping bees?
Where do you think I get the honey from? Do you think I go and buy it?
Yeah, probably not. Thanks for the hoop, Ma. It's great to be back.
It's good to have you home. Maybe while you're back up flying around in space, you can try to remember your manners for next time you come back.
Yes, Ma.
Not too much
behind my ears and everything.
Yeah, just and at this point Pops says like, all right, you kids can tidy away dinner, seeing as we made it. He gets a sharp look from Ma because he didn't make it.
Yes, Pops.
And Rose, what do you say to about 5 a.m.? We'll head out towards the fence, see about fixing it.
Perfect. That'd be great. Good.
Alright.
Decent start.
Give them a little bit of a lie-in.
Yeah.
We're there if you need me.
Alright. And, Ma and Pops get up and, kind of wish you all good nights. Hope you have a good evening. It's still reasonably early, but they are, even with the likelihood of life extension therapy, they still look quite old. When you consider that they're Colton's parents.
Colton's pretty old.
Yeah.
Also, they start work at 5 in the morning for a lie-in.
So they're heading to bed.
I'm Ma, night Pops.
Night Cole, Night Astrid, Kareen, Nomi, Romy, Rose.
Good night.
Night Pops, night Mom.
And, they head off, disappear.
I'm gonna start bustling around and moving things into the kitchen to clean up.
I will help Rose. I'm not expecting them to help.
Yeah. Romy will, though. He'll...
Yeah.
As immediately as you start tidying up, Romy will get up, start... It's almost automatic for him. He always does the dishes on the ship, basically.
I hand him his apron.
Kareen's gonna help, because she just wants to be helpful. And it's much different clearing dishes than cooking, so this she can do.
She can clean, it's true.
Nomi does not know this tradition or any of the etiquette that surrounds it.
Yeah.
So she'll probably just go back out into the car.
She gonna go looking for those bees?
No, isn't it nighttime?
Yeah.
There's no bees.
Well, she wouldn't know that.
Sleepy bees. Yes, she would.
Would she?
She's a botanist.
Yeah, bees are very important for plant life.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. I like in my brain, I'm like anything animal is of no interest to Nomi, but
No, bees are important.
Needs to be dead.
Bees
Well,
are
they'll be
important.
home in the
Bees.
hive.
Save them bees.
While you're washing up, Romy's gonna say, "You grew up here?"
Talking to me or Rose?
To you, Colton.
Yeah. Born and bred. Whole life. Well, when I wasn't in the army.
Right, but it's a nice place to grow up.
Yeah, we used to go apple scrumping. Then when we got a bit older, we went skiff scrumping.
Are those words?
Right.
I know apple,
Kid stuff.
but aside from that, it's all...
Yeah. Okay. We used to...
Is that like steal? Did you steal apples, Colton? You
It's
shouldn't
not
be stealing
stealing,
that.
it's
You shouldn't
scrumping.
steal.
It's scrumping.
Scrumping sounds like stealing.
It's
Astrid,
not stealing.
doesn't scrumping still sound like stealing?
Why are you asking me?
Because you're there.
Cause I...
You are there, he's right.
No, no.
Don't put her on the spot. Scrumping's a time-honored tradition, Romy.
Yup.
All right then. Well, I still don't know what it is, but seems like a nice place to.
You go into an orchard, you get an apple, and you eat the apple.
Why'd you have to call it something then? Why can't you just say we used to
We're
eat
scrumping.
apples?
We're going to go scrumping. You're not going to go say, hey, let's go and eat apples. And they'd be like, well, we got apples at home.
That's exactly what I would say. I'd say, hey, let's eat some apples. And then
Where's the fun in going to the fridge and getting an apple?
eating
You
the
can climb
apple,
trees in
probably.
the fridge. Okay, but it's not about eating the apple. It's about the scrumping.
Right.
Scrumping is like the journey.
I mean, I grew up on Somalis. If I saw a tree, it was in a metal grate,
Right. Yeah.
And there's one every couple of square miles.
We should go scrumping. And I look at Rose.
You
Can't
need
we
to
just-
take them scrumping.
Can't we just go to the fridge? I mean, there are apples in the fridge, I assume.
Oh, no.
I'm on a tradition, Romy.
Scrumping.
I'm not wearing an apron.
Don't wear aprons for scrumping. I want to go scrumping.
I'll go. I don't really know what it means, but I'll go.
Apparently, it
He's
means
already scrumping in the garden.
If it's in the garden, I'll definitely go.
No, it's in the orchard. You don't scrump from your own orchard. Otherwise, it's not scrumping, it's just picking apples.
It took us
Okay,
like
but it's
20-minute drive to come from the gate to the house.
Yeah, it's, I don't know,
Yeah,
45
short
minutes.
trip.
I mean, it's just another big garden, right? Basically.
I don't think you understand scrumping.
You
Maybe not.
are correct. We still do not understand scrumping. However,
What did you used to do as kids?
catch the rat.
Catch the rat.
Yeah. Basically, you and the other kids would be hanging around outside a store, hoping that they're gonna throw out, some food or whatever. And maybe they will, maybe they won't. And then if you see a rat, you chase it. And
Right.
you catch it.
Yeah, okay.
I stole shuttles.
You didn't eat the rat, right?
Yeah, it's rat scrumping.
Rat scrumping.
Yeah. It's not a rat.
True. I'm not sure if that applies to rats. And I look pleadingly at Rose as if to say, does that apply to rats?
Rose is just feeling so bad for anyone that has to live like that when her life's been on this planet on New Elfin. So
It's not perfect on New Elfin.
no, but it's not rat scrumping either.
Yeah.
And trees in boxes and grates, like.
Just be glad in a way that the captain isn't here, because then you'd get that Monty Python skit. Rats! You had a whole rat!
Astrid, what did you used to do for fun? Wherever you're from, where are you from?
Dinner.
Yeah, you used to go scrumping. Well, you didn't go scrumping, you don't know what scrumping is. You used to go rat scrumping.
No.
Just as a note for Corrine, Astrid is nervous and a little bit uncomfortable. I'm not gonna...
Does everyone assume that I know what scrumping is? Do I look like the scrumping sort?
No.
Making
Not at all.
accusations in here.
No.
I can honestly say, Astrid, I can't see you climbing a tree and eating an apple.
I could. She could do whatever she wants. Everyone has had different experiences.
I don't even like apples.
Corrine, did you say you stole shuttles?
Yeah, I mean,
So you went shuttle scrumping.
kind of. But it was
Didn't-
really easy for me.
Doesn't your dad own all the shuttles?
Well, yeah, I wasn't supposed to take them, but since I was kind of not really loud, but I'd only really get in trouble with him. So I don't know if it really counts. I had a weird childhood, okay? We all did. It was all different. I never had to do it. And she'd kind of like look at Astrid, but only for a second. I just did it to make him mad. He was mad all the time anyway. Anyway, apple scrumping. That sounds kind of fun. You don't need to do it, but it sounds like it could be entertaining. It doesn't really hurt anyone.
It's just an apple, it's not a shuttle.
Oh.
I always gave them back, okay?
Okay. You don't have to give the apple. I open the back door. No, me, we're going scrumping.
Scrumping.
Scrumping. You didn't go scrumping either.
Wait, are we going now? Because I just drank...
Not at this time.
I
I
drank a hand of mead and I feel quite numb in the toes and also nose.
Well, no, not right now, because you need to be up at 4:30.
Right. I thought they said 5.
Well, that's what time we start.
Oh god. Okay.
Well, I mean, guests, so we get to start later.
You could drink some nitro and you'd be fine, even if you didn't actually lay down.
I think I may just go lie down though.
Okay.
It's gonna be a long day tomorrow.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna go locate the monster that is called my bed and wrestle with it until I pass out.
Just roll. Just lean and roll, Romy.
I'm gonna fall into it and then see what happens.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Rose. Have a good night. Rest of you. Try not to stay up too late. We have work in the morning. At 4:30 a.m. Good night. And he turns and clomps off down the hallway. You hear like the door close, like reasonably quietly, but door to his room close, and then like a little crash, like a kind of like a stumble or crash or something. A little bit of swearing, and then it's quiet.
So we're not going scrumping, or
I mean,
are
we could.
scrumping. What's scrumping?
We just might need nitro in the morning.
We can go scrumping tomorrow, I promise.
Right.
Okay.
Chores first, and then
What to do on a ranch? You ever been on a ranch?
No. I like having lots to do. That's good.
Oh, there's lots to do.
Okay. Is there something to do at night if I can't fall asleep?
Colton just gestures vaguely in this just wide expanse of like farmland and hills.
Maybe I'll go brush down the not cows. The other things? Yeah,
The other
I'll go
things,
do that.
The horses,
Those.
right? Okay,
I'll go do that. If I can't sleep.
don't stand behind the horse.
Okay.
and don't
Okay.
leave the doors open.
And don't
Okay.
eat any of the leaves you come near. Some of them are highly toxic.
Toxic.
Good advice. Thanks.
There's some books in the corner of the living room. If you want to stay inside.
I think I might be better doing something. But maybe. Thank you.
Buzz got a PC in his office. I think there's dial-up.
Oh.
Yeah, it
That's
only
true.
took 20 minutes to connect last time.
Oh, they've improved the speed?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
I don't mind waiting, but it's a lot of time to think. I think I'll just go brush down the not cows. Don't stand behind them. Don't eat anything leafy. Just brush. I can do that. Okay.
I'm gonna give
Thanks.
Colton like a significant look of you watcher with the horses. Or
And I'm like, should be fine.
okay.
Stand behind the horses.
Corinne's gonna probably wander off. She's not really sleepy enough. She'll go find the horses. She won't stand behind them. She'll just kind of pat them and brush them and just be there until she really feels like she's gonna fall over, and then she'll go to bed.
Okay. It doesn't take a super amount of time. It hits quite hard when it hits. You head off to your room, and much like Romy, you sleep a dreamless sleep, which is pretty deep and pretty heavy.
And very welcome.
Yeah. How about the rest of you? Has anyone else headed off to bed? So,
I think if it's clear that everybody's vanishing off, Nomi will go for just one more wander around the garden when it's nice and quiet.
Okay.
Do you want to help me with this delivery?
The what delivery?
And I pull out this big key. Looks like it fits in a massive lock.
Yeah.
Delivery.
Oh, I suppose someone better help you with that, Colton.
Yeah, I can't think of anyone who would be able to help me with it, to be honest.
Let's give you the key.
No,
just
put
gonna
the
try
key back
and
in
grab
my
it off him.
pocket. No. Patience.
It sat through an entire dinner. Give
Yeah,
me the
but
key.
they were potato. No, patience when we get to the house. You want to take the truck or the horse?
Az needs to come back, so I'll take him back. I'll race you. Almost run out of the house.
I sprint after Rose, like get into the barn and do the fucking like hands on the back of the horse and jump on the horse and it rides out.
Yeah.
Cowboy style.
Kind of headed over the plains. So it's a little longer by horse, but you don't have to follow the roads. Off-road is a little easier, a little quicker.
This is my horse mime, by the way.
Yeah, that's good. It's a bit like your truck mime.
Also looks similar to your playing a banjo off stream.
Just a little bit.
Horse, truck, or banjo? New game show.
So I don't exactly know what the role is, and honestly, you haven't. You were
I've
never
ridden a horse for a long time.
Haven't ridden a horse for a long time. Also, you were never a horse person. Like, you were fine with a horse.
This isn't my horse either.
Yeah. So I'm gonna make a unilateral decision and say Rose makes it there first.
This is my right. Yeah, I like pull the horse up quick and then scrabble to run to the house.
I'm already sat in the chair, like.
Got one of those like luminous bug zappy things out the front with a couple of rickety chairs.
How'd you make that old ass thing go so fast?
Oh, he's good, really. Plods along.
Okay, you in this top secret, and I throw her the key.
And I'm gonna unlock the trunk, like, immediately.
Opening outside?
We
inside
brought it
the
in
house,
earlier.
Okay. You unlock it.
This glow of golden lights your face.
What is
I've
it?
opened up a treasure chest.
It is
Treat.
full of what?
Lots and lots of treats and sugary goodness.
Oh.
It was locked because Astrid was with us.
Yeah, that makes
You're a
sense.
treat monster! You are a treat monster.
Do you not remember the chocolate incident?
That was a chocolate incident, not a treat incident. Thank you very much.
The first thing that Rose starts eating is a bar of chocolate.
Okay. So?
Sat on the floor eating my.
Just sat on the floor surrounded by wrappers. I've just sat in the sofa, just watching you enjoy your treats.
You cannot tell Ma about her.
I wouldn't dream of it. It's top secret. She doesn't need to know. When was the last time you had some chocolate?
When was the last time you were here?
Oh my god.
Can't save that.
Wait, you had that last briefcase of how long did that take?
It's good that you've brought a bigger box.
Okay. It's not healthy.
So.
You sound like your mother.
Well, she is my mother. And I light up a cigar. Just not healthy, Rose.
For your GM's musical needs, are you going to stay inside and have a chat, or are you headed out? Like, out the front porch?
I mean, is Rose going to leave her box of treats? Or bring treats with her?
I mean, if you're wanting to talk, she'll leave it for No, she can't eat it all today.
I'm not going
anyway.
to stop you eating treats. It's been
No,
a
but-
year.
She needs to have a sleep for wrangling all the city kids tomorrow.
Eating entire fistfuls of chocolate and treats is not conducive to a good night's sleep.
Well, it's been a long day.
Yeah, still though.
I'm only gonna have like 3 handfuls.
Okay. We will slide over to you both sitting outside. It's dark. Occasional zappers. An insect hits the old bug zapper.
You kind of forget what the sky looks like.
When you're in space.
It's not really the sky, it's just the black. You can see stuff.
You need to get planet side more often, Cole.
Yeah, well, it's not where the money is. And this place needs it.
Yeah, maybe with the grey licks it'll help. But it's, money's not everything.
No, but it does keep a roof over your head. You realize when they're gone, you're still gonna need this roof over your head.
Of course I do.
Ain't nobody else gonna look after it. I can't.
Yeah, Claudia's not exactly ranch material. Well, I don't want to say that about her, really.
What does Pa call her? A free spirit.
Yeah.
She's forthright. And she's young.
Optimistic about the world's.
Yeah. Alton is thinking about his lack of optimism after hearing that recording. How would you feel if I gave you some earth-shattering news?
Yeah. If you need to share it, then share it. What's going on?
I think I need to. I'm sorry. And I get out the, I feel like I made a copy of that recording, Sheepy.
Yeah, it's easy enough. Well, not easy enough, but doable.
Would Nomi have been able to do that? And would she have done that for me if I asked her?
The quality wouldn't be amazing, and you wouldn't be able to verify it, because you just essentially have to play it and record it, so...
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to transfer it. It wouldn't have all the data.
I basically play the whole recording for you, like all of it. I had to record it on my tab.
So they've been planning these.
I don't know. They've basically invented boars because of this virus. I've seen this virus up close. You know how old Mickey used to get when he was 3 whiskeys deep?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes they'll snap out of it for a minute, and they're back.
So what are you going to do with, what do you want to do?
Lloyd, I mean, every conflict I was in was made up. It wasn't real.
it was real. You know, we were there, you were there. There's always going to be a reason for conflict and fights, whether that be the true reason or the one they give us. Doesn't mean what you did was any lesser or meaningless. And protecting our home.
But, I mean, it was needless. Does this mean everything didn't need to happen? Did I need to do anything I did? Everything I did, was it a waste?
Of course it's not a waste. It's being a part of who you are now. Does it change the fact knowing? Maybe your perception of it is different. But those things have already happened and you can't change them. You
Still
just need
me.
to decide what you do in future with it, Cole.
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's a box of treats I wish I never opened, and now I gotta eat them. In longer than a month this time.
How about 3 weeks?
3.5 weeks, and if I hear Doc Brown had to come out here and amputate your leg.
I won't let that happen. I'll shoot him first.
Oh, I pull out this, I pull out the captain's gun, this fancy as shit. What, it was an accelerator or some kind, I've forgotten.
Yeah, accelerated slugs, high-tech, Marine Corps, but the Star Marines, not the Ground Force Marines.
I'm just going to be like turning it over in my hand, just sort of clearing the chamber and like, ooh.
It's thumbprint coded, so it doesn't activate until you like clear it on a scan.
I unlock the thumbprint thing on it, so it's open. Clear. It's the captain's.
The previous.
Ex-captain, yeah.
Are you okay, Cole? Really? You can tell me.
I'm fine. It just reminded me of, you know.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it's good to remember, and sometimes they're not so great memories or reminders.
You can't always do something, right? And that's fine. That's just life.
Exactly. Some things you can't control.
Some things you can't control.
Just how you react to them.
So,
Like that horse. Were you cheating?
Just gonna shake my head at him like typical.
I'm gonna put a beat in here. If you'd like to continue the conversation, we can. I felt narratively it would be a good point to fade out and.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay.
Comfy on the deck.
So, camera pans up to the night, the stars twinkling, sounds of distant animals being animals, a very faint, haunting And we will end there for today.
Hey.
So wholesome.
Little bit early, but I felt it was appropriate for today.
Everyone's like, Uber Eats.
Yeah.
Is it too late to bake an apple pie?
So,
those potatoes sounded so fucking good, man.
God, yes.
We're gonna try that next time you make roast potatoes.
Uh-huh.
it's really nice.
delicious.
Like we used to get it on break. I worked in the kitchen as like a kitchen porter sous chef, and our chef used to liquidize the butter and then inject it into the roast potatoes and then roast them.
Oh my god.
It was so tasty.
Imagine if it was garlic butter.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
Damn it.
Okay. Sheepy did warn us before the stream, but it was not enough.
Didn't help.
So
Yeah.
Sufficient.
when me and Peachy and we kind of decided that we were going back to his Colton's farm, I was like, Mar's gonna have, like, she's that type of person. She's gonna have to make something special.
Absolutely.
So I went on. I looked for stuff. I created the leaves that I created the plant that it was wrapped in, and then I was looking around. I was like, it can't just be a huge flank steak stuffed with ridiculous things that sounds really tasty, wrapped in a huge leaf that contains all the juiciness. There has to be something for dessert. And I basically went looking around and I was like, apples, pastries, caramel. What can I do with this? And I was just like, crisp and then bake the pastry, crisp and then bake the apple in the pastry. And then...
Okay, I need to like go to my
Sorry,
kitchen now. Stop. So good.
We're all hangry now.
Yeah.
I can't cook. I'm a terrible cook. I don't know why it's become a thing where I just torture you guys with food.
Sheepy's like, if I could cook, this is what I would cook.
Food
so
or
good.
emotions. Choose one of them.
Yeah.
We're like, we'll stay quiet while you describe it so we can just not be in pain.
Welcome to my GM lair. Pick your torture. Your emotions on one side, your hunger on the other.
All right, George R. Martin. Jesus Christ.
He's the George R. Martin of roast potatoes.
Oh my god.
But yeah, we ended early, so we got time.
Well done, Tash. That was great.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Can we keep her? Oh my god.
You're all too sweet.
No, you're awesome.
I'm interested for the rest of the cast. Oh, I guess you guys know actually. I was gonna say, do you
Cat
know?
doesn't.
No?
Cat doesn't. It's not come up.
Yeah. Chat. Do you know who Rose is? Do you have ideas? I saw a couple of things shouted out, but
Well, there are comments below this very video.
there you go.
I was tempted to spoil it a little earlier, but I think the ambiguity of it is fun.
There was the point where Roby was like, sister, and you both laughed and then like waved it off and changed the subject. And I was like, oh okay, cool. I like it.
Me and Tash have roleplayed together. We seem to know what direction we're going at. Right. Like the snack box, the big old trunk. This is a massive trunk.
We just didn't tell Sheepy about that, and he's like,
I had no idea. I was like, what the fuck is this thing? Is it a bomb?
is it in my notes and I've just forgotten? Like, I could tell you were gonna try and open
I made sure to
something.
bring it up a lot.
Oh, touch you too.
So yeah, essentially.
It's Tash J. Britton. Yep.
Oh
Yeah.
dear.
Awesome. I've upgraded.
It's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
Wait, so you're saying Jay's free now? Oh no, he has kids. Never mind.
Yeah. Ouch.
So,
Couple of guesses there. In the
childhood
trailer.
friend. Okay, okay.
Some guesses.
Tash, we'd love to have you next week as well if you're willing to reprise the role of Rose.
Need to take them apple scrumping.
Oh yeah.
I also have a list of all the jobs that need to be done around the farm. So.
Yeah, Sheepy told me that there's a lot to be done, by the way. So enjoy that, crew.
Spending some time on a farm. I like
Almost
it.
like I can spend time analyzing his mum. Who I'm very- like, I love her, but I'm suspicious.
I love how everyone else is like, oh, it's so nice to be off the ship and in like this calm, relaxing farm, happy home, and Nomi's like, what are your secrets, old woman?
I wish to learn your power.
I'm loving having somebody like Nomi in this kind of environment, though. Like, you get it. That's interesting.
I was looking forward to getting Nomi here and just being like, enjoy.
Yeah, there's a reason she's been so quiet. Like, what is this?
Don't understand.
And
This isn't the lab where I was built.
as you can tell, all of the characters had very different upbringings. Some of them even lied about their upbringings, and I'm not going to say who.
Well, Rose is judging Colton a little bit for not knowing, and like clearly didn't know about Romies, right?
Well, as I said, Romy and the captain both grew up pretty poor, and on Sumalis, which is the whole world. It's the originator. It's where all of humanity, this version of humanity, comes from, and is pretty shitty in a lot of places. So
The thing is, farmers aren't rich,
no.
but they have a lot of investment and money, so they kind of they're not poor, but they don't live their high tech corpo lives.
Oh, you missed it. Dial-up takes 20 minutes, and that's faster than it used to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way.
I just threw that in because we were talking about dial-up earlier.
True.
So,
I really want to see Astrid, like animated Astrid, riding those cows around.
driving.
Yes.
Oh no.
I
Oh my
can't
God,
decide if I
please.
want it to be a full-size cow or a baby cow, though.
Oh my God, please. Either one.
Because I'm imagining the scene with all of them standing completely still, and she's just like, mew, 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 in the background.
Well, you know what's going to be really interesting is everyone riding next week.
Oh.
Oh my God.
You've got jobs to do, and you're going to need to learn to ride a horse.
Oh, fuck.
I enjoyed Colton not telling them that obviously you're working on the ranch, because that's what you do on a ranch. Like why would you not know that?
And it was the same with Mar and Pops. They were like, "Oh, you're staying here. Cool. We got some extra people to work on the ranch." Like, it wasn't even like, "Are you willing to?" or anything like that. It's like, "Hey,
No, you're
welcome.
doing it.
You're working
Kind
here."
of how farms are, though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everyone
Oh,
works.
can we please, though, have some fan art of Savvy's character riding a tiny cow with goggles on?
Please.
I would settle just for a happy Astrid face, nose pressed against the window with like stars all around her for like, just staring at cows out the window.
And I also want a picture of Colton brooming at two of these guys.
Yes. Oh my God.
I wanted this episode to be a bit more lighthearted because we've had some heavy times over the last few. I didn't realize quite how like silly and lighthearted it was going to end up being.
Perfect.
When I realized how much you guys were into the Greylix, like climbing up the walls and falling off and everything, I was like, okay, good.
This was supposed to be a backhanded comment as they fly to the planet.
Yeah. And then it turns into you like hunting Greylix around the ship.
It was perfect. It was perfect.
Was great.
We got a nice little bit of settling for some of the characters' emotions. Time passes. Some like decent conversations tend to help it along the way. Yeah. There's not too much to talk about in this episode for a change, because it's just like we kind of hang out. You know, we went to a farm, we had dinner.
We did some teases at the end there.
Yep. So, I don't know, talk about yourselves. You know, anything you'd like to mention. For anyone who's in the live stream, links down below now for all of the current and previous cast members. If you like Rose, that is also Tash. Her link is down there in previous cast members. She was part of Sunkissed. And who knows, might be another things coming up.
Oh.
She also does 40,000 layers with Sheepy,
Yes.
which is really cool if you like Warhammer, or you just like miniatures, or you just like cool information and cool art stuff, or just cool stuff. Just go watch.
Yeah, Tash, do a proper shout out. Go.
Okay, 40,000 Layers has changed format. It is now YouTube exclusive, but it's gonna be better because it's awesome. More engaged and like able to talk about things a bit more in depth. And then I paint and sync it, so I might actually finish some projects. Cool. Amazing. The next one is we're carrying on Commander Farsight's story, and then we do have May's topic, but I'm not telling you what it is yet.
Oh.
So
We do also need to do another Q&A over all the stuff we've gone over. So
yes, there's a few. I'm gonna have to remember so much information, but I do remember a surprising amount about Warhammer. I was talking about it to someone the other day, and I'm like, how did I know this?
It's amazing.
Are you learning Warhammer by osmosis?
I was like, yes.
Well, I sit there and ramble for like 4 hours, and you know, you
And I paint.
you pick it up eventually. Like,
Yeah, apparently
Can't
so.
help it.
So yeah, that's
Osmosis good.
that's 40,000 Layers.
yeah, check it out. Hand it off to someone else, Tash.
Amelia.
Oh, hi. It me, Amelia Tyler. I am a voice actor for video games. And when I'm not doing that, I overcommit myself to way too many tabletop shows. Oh, God. What am I doing? What day?
Start from Monday.
Sometimes I do. Okay, so today is Monday. So tomorrow, I
Tuesday.
think I'm playing. Tomorrow's Tuesday. Well done.
Thank you.
Have a cookie.
Nice.
Tomorrow I'll be playing either Phasmophobia or something else. I think we might be taking a little break from Phasmo until they update, but I'll be over on Susanna Grace's channel. Wednesday I will be playing Wild IP with Jay Britton. You're also absolutely not prepared for the new character he's rolling out this week. Thursday we are having a big battle in our Game of Thrones game After the Fire over on Follow Black Cats. Friday, no more vampires. So I'm probably going to play Wild RP again because I'm not addicted. Shut up, you are. And then probably that again over the weekend because I'm an awful human. The end.
Hot potato.
Safi.
Got it. Hi, I'm Safi. I stream like never. Follow me on Twitch and Twitter at SafiPie. Peachy.
Oh,
Did he fall out of his chair?
Walk through!
Peachy Pixelate. Twitch.tv for Peachy Pixelate. I do react videos to ghost things on Thursdays, and then I stream games. Okay. Tess.
There's a cat. He streams cool shit. You should go follow him. You should go follow all of them because they're fucking awesome.
Shout out yourself, Tess.
You.
Yeah, right.
That was you.
You now.
You.
I'm sorry. There's a cat and she's staring at me like I'm insane because I did a anyway. I stream video games on Saturdays on my channel, and I also try to do Tuesdays, and I might do tonight. So it's summer, sort of. So, okay, my schedule is forever fucked. It doesn't matter if it's summer. It's just fucked. So Saturdays or Sundays, and then at least 1 or 2 days a week, I'm on my channel, and then on Mondays I'm here, and then on Fridays I'm on Table Story. That's gonna end, I think, soon, maybe. And then I don't know what I'll be doing. But I'll be streaming on my channel and games and Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. I did a cool cosplay. I have revived the YouTube. There's only one video on it, but it's pretty good, and I'm working on another one very slowly. And there's a really insane, wonderful AMD lady named Leslie who is just enabling the madness at this point. I don't know why, but she's doing that. And so I'm probably going to rebuild my entire setup. Definitely going to rebuild my entire setup. And I might videotape it and I might put it on YouTube because it's fucking stupid already. And it's going to be more fucking stupid in a little bit. So yeah, that's me.
Okay. And I am Sheepdog. I run The Wandering Inn, which has brought you such shows as Sun-Kissed, Moon-Kissed, and Drifting Kissing.
Catch the potato, sheepy.
Ah!
Yeah, there.
As you can see, I'm the most committed to acting in the group. I lost my train of thought. If you enjoy the show, there is a link down below to the Patreon. Essentially, you can support the show, and that support goes to paying the cost and additional things in the future. But for now, just paying the cost, pretty much. We have, as of this point, completely funded this show for paying the cost. Beautiful.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Thank you very much for paying us for our time and effort. That's a very nice thing to do. Thank you.
Thank you
It's
for
really
paying
cool.
artists for their work.
Yes. And
It's really appreciated.
we have started, or well, we will be starting, the fund to pay for the Friday show, which I am now 100% into working on. So,
Which is gonna be really cool.
yeah, there's an idea. Sheepy worried because Sheepy has made his own system and has come up with the whole idea by himself. So,
Crazy.
yeah,
Ooh.
let's not hype it up too much, okay?
All right, I'm just excited.
Yeah.
It's gonna be cool.
It's kind of an out there idea, and yeah, we'll talk about it when I announce it properly. It is in the Discord for the patrons, I believe, or maybe for everyone. I can't remember. It's somewhere in there. Go and have a search if you like. Aside from that, thank you for watching. We'll be back next week with more farm shenanigans. Will this turn into Farm Simulator? No, at some point they have to go back to space. But next week we're gonna stay on the farm for next week. So now it's outro
Screw
time.
space. We have autonomy. We're gonna stay here. We're just gonna eat and
You
look
did
after
it.
cows.
Just no tomato incidents, please.
Yeah.
I make no promises.
Oh no.
Just the same way I can't promise that I won't do this again with the food, where I'll make something ridiculous and like the soup bread bowl.
Oh god. Okay, fine, Sheepy.
Sorry, I need to let my cast go so they can go and eat more. So yes, one little fun fact is not many people knew. There were quite a few people who'd never heard the outro before. If you haven't heard the outro, give it a listen. It's fucking great, and Safi made it. So yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next week for more drifting.
Peace.
Where do I move in this world? Could you please tell me what the hell I'm doing for it? Bring me to my knees. I'm so stupid. Would you tell me honestly if I wasn't meant to be what I see when I dream? Where do I move in this world? Could you please tell me what the hell I'm doing for? Bring me to my knees. I'm so stupid, would you tell me honestly if I wasn't meant to be what I see when I dream? It's a big, big world out there. Plenty possibilities. All of them is killing me soft. I want the real me figured out right here, right now. Is this lifestyle the right style for me? Only with time will I see. But by then it'll be too late. Looking in the mirror at a stranger's face. If I wasn't right, would you tell me straight or would you let me? Where do I move in this world? Could you please tell me what the hell I'm doing for? Bring me to my knees. I'm so stupid, would you tell me honestly if I wasn't meant to be what I see when I dream? Where do I move in this world? Could you please tell me what the hell I'm doing for? Bring me to my knees. I'm so stupid, would you tell me honestly if I wasn't meant to be what I see when I dream? I want something great instead of all dismay, but I can't find my way. I fall on my face, I flatline my faith. I want all escape, let's throw it all away. Just like the thoughts I trade for a couple of bucks in this big bucket of love. I'm steady throwing my up, hoping for that 1 in 100. But fuck stressing the numbers. Pop this deck in your summer and see the inner of my head declog like a plunge. Y'all be akin to my feces, your best bet be the Bee Gees. The way you think living's staying alive. I got my head and my smile, but don't know where I'll fly. I'm just spreading my wings, I'm fine with taking my time. I used to rush it all out, I'm trying to slow it all down. Take my feet and lose ground, give them somewhere to hang. I always want it right now, trying to slow it all down. Take my mind and lose ground, watch it floating away, yeah. Where do I move in this world? Could you please tell me what the hell I'm doing for it? Bring me to my knees. I'm so stupid, would you tell me honestly if I wasn't meant to be what I see when I dream? Where do I move in this world? Could you please tell me what the hell I'm doing for it? Bring me to my knees. I'm so stupid, would you tell me honestly if I wasn't meant to be what I see when I dream?